Welcome to the Four Seasons Orlando at Walt Disney World. This is the spot for luxury stay next door to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. And wait until you sit down for a meal at their exceptional Michelin-starred restaurant, Capa. I spent 2 nights at the Four Seasons Orlando, and it's everything that you expect from the Four Seasons and more. I'll show you my suite, the pools and lazy river at Capa, and give you my impressions of what makes the resort so incredibly special. The Four Seasons Orlando has 2 main pools. This is the adults only pool with lots of loungers and a hot tub and just a nice private space to hang out for the day. It's fantastic. The family pool is larger with more space to wade in. There's a little hot tub. It's a really wonderful space for families to sit down and enjoy the day. You really are going to want to spend a while here. It's fantastic. Rated one of Orlando's best resorts, the Four Seasons Water Park is spread out over 5 acres, and it's one of the best in the city. The resort also offers a complimentary kids club for kids ages 4 to 12, and it's in this whole building full of games and activities and wonderful staff, so you can drop your little ones off and have some adult time, no matter whether you want to spend it by the pool or at a restaurant. The highlight of the resort's water park is the large lazy river that wraps around an entire splash park island. It's the perfect space to spend your day if you've got little ones. They are going to love this. The area has lots of loungers and spaces to set up camp for the day. They have staff to take your drink orders, and it's close to PB&G, the lakeside restaurant that's right around the corner. Beyond the pools and everything else at the resort, there's also the golf course, which is 18 holes of championship golf. I'm not a golfer myself, but I've heard it is an exceptional green to play on. The resort is beautifully green and spacious. There's so much space to relax outside. I just love everything about it, but the suites are also really impressive. I had a King Park View room, and I could see the fireworks at Magic Kingdom from my balcony. The room is beautifully well appointed. It offers a sitting area, a table, and it's 500 square feet. It's the perfect size. I loved everything about it. And then, of course, you have to step outside and see this view, because what a view. You really get a better sense of the resort's scale with this view, looking out over that adult pool, the PB&G restaurant, and the family pool, of course, as well as the whole water park off to the far right. I love sitting here at night. It's just wonderful view, wonderful space, wonderful resort. And then inside, I really appreciate little touches, the espresso machine, the big screen TV for a little downtime at the end of the day, and the whole style. The Four Seasons shows off their world-class style with thoughtful art, the best bedding and pillows, and there's a tablet by the bed to chat with staff. You can request anything or order food to the room. Talking about the Four Seasons, you really have to talk about the service, and it was exceptional. They left me a few treats, which was really wonderful of them, but it goes beyond anything else at most resorts and hotels. The high-end bathroom features a large soaker tub, there's a spacious shower, his and hers sinks, and just fantastic amenities and touches everywhere. Even the soap is fantastic, as you'd expect. And I have to say that the resort park view is really made for those of you who love Disney and love sunsets, because the views here are exceptional. Guests can come down to the lobby and relax, of course, but you can also come down to their dedicated desk and plan your Walt Disney World resort experience. So you can plan your whole trip, and they have complimentary buses to the parks. And then it was time for my meal at Capa, which is definitely a must when you're here. The Spanish-influenced steakhouse is stylish, but it's also refreshingly relaxed and upbeat. The service was perfect and attentive, and my server helped me pick out the perfect meal and drinks. And the menu is very impressive with lots of dishes made for sharing. I had a special tasting to try out a number of the best dishes on the menu, and that included surdo, croquetas, pan con tomate, gambas, and datiles. It was amazing. There are a lot of options for your main course, and I had a tough time deciding, but my server recommended the dry aged steak since it's not always on the menu and it's an exceptional cut of meat, and it went beyond my expectations. Steaks are cooked on the wood-fired grill, and it's one of the best steaks that I've ever had. The flavors and the grilling make it an exceptional meal. I had the steak with patatas, fried cauliflower, and their steak sauces. The verde and peppercorn and house Capa steak sauce are incredible. And I loved my seat right next to the kitchen. Before dessert, the big show was on over Magic Kingdom, and most of the guests stepped outside to see the fireworks. It feels like one of the best front row seats that you can have without being actually at Magic Kingdom itself. For my dessert, I had a carajillo, which is an amazing cocktail, and I had that with 3 of their best desserts, which were just unbelievable. And after that meal, I had to take a walk and enjoy the resort at night because it is stunning. Day or night, it's just a beautiful space. And of course, there's lots of spots at the resort to sit down and have a cocktail before or after your meal. And then they have the most wonderful turn-down service. They make sure everything's set up for you when you're coming back after a long day out, enjoying everything that the resort and Magic Kingdom has to offer. I love every single one of their touches. Everything that they do here is just, it's just amazing because I've stayed at a lot of hotels and they go above and beyond most hotels. And then looking out over the view at night, it's just gorgeous here. Also, you've got to get up and you've got to have your breakfast or at least your coffee sitting out, looking out over this great view. I took some time to wander around here and just enjoy the resort because it's exceptional. And not every resort is made like this, for sure. It's very safe to say that I'm going to be dreaming of this resort for a long time. It was a spectacular experience. For the kids or the grown-up kids, you've got to take a chance to stop by Lickety-Split, have some ice cream and snacks and coffee. It's a great spot.
The Four Seasons Orlando has been a phenomenal experience from the moment I arrived to checking in, to getting to the hotel room, to dinner last night, and just exploring the space. It is a phenomenal resort. It starts with the fact that everyone here is just so welcoming. They create this perfect atmosphere, this perfect sense of, that you're on vacation. It actually feels like that, and not every hotel experience is like that, but this resort is very special. Vacations can be stressful, they can be very busy, and you don't always get to be lazy on vacation, but being here at the Four Seasons has felt like I could be lazy. And I love the way they bring that out in so many little ways. The staff just go out of their way to be welcoming, but also just when you need something, they go above and beyond. And even just interacting with them, you see someone downstairs and they're like, hi. And the way they have conversations with people, and I've seen them with the families here, because there's quite a few families enjoying a vacation here, and they're probably doing Disney World too, of course. So seeing how they take care of them, it's really special. They're also channeling some of that Disney World magic, and I love that. The fact that it feels like it's part of Disney World, and yet it's separate, and you have this place to be here and relax, whether you're doing it in the morning, the evening, before or after the parks, or you take a day in between the parks and you come here. It's very cool to be able to take it all in. And then, downstairs you can book all your Walt Disney World stuff. They have a dedicated team, basically, that is here to help you with your Disney World bookings. And they have transportation. I'm so blown away. It's going to be hard to leave. But having 2 nights here, basically 2.5 days kind of thing, it's just enough to fall in love with this place and go, yeah, I'd like to come back here with my family for sure. It's astonishing. Beautiful, beautiful place.
Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you'd like to know about the resort and staying here. And feel free to leave a comment if you've stayed here or you're planning to stay here. I'd love to hear more. Thank you very much.